Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Grumpy Jeff's beer review. We are doing this with the Grumpy Jeff's Public House involved in Ione, California. First beer we are going to be reviewing today is this guy right here. This is the Two Pitchers Radler. It is a lager blended with grapefruit and a hint of blood orange. Now, this is one of my favorite beers that I've had, so it's always good to start off with a nice favorite one. As you can see, it's nice and light in color. Nothing too over the top, nothing overly hazy. The juice does bring a little haze to it, as a lager would normally be clear. And let's have that first sip. But first we take a sniff. Nice citrusy smell, nice smooth lager smell. Just a subtle sweetness to it. Really brought through with the juice, although it can vary from batch to batch, as grapefruit juice does go from sweet to very tart. It is an amazingly refreshing beverage. It is 10:30 in the morning, and I am finding this to be quite delightful. It does have an ABV of 5.1%, so it is a little bit heavier than your traditional German-style Radlers, which tend to be in the mid-2s to the low 3s. But it does have that classic Radler taste. It's not over-alcoholic, it's not over-beery. For a lot of people who are looking for a beer that's a little bit lighter and doesn't have too much beer flavor. The gentleman on the front is riding a unicycle with a nice little grapefruit there, which is fantastic because that's what everyone cares about, is how the can looks. And it just goes down smooth. It is a very, very smooth, wonderful beer. As for Two Pitchers, they were established in San Francisco. They've been around for a few years. And the Two Pitchers reference has absolutely nothing to do with pitchers of beer. It's actually because they were both, I believe, minor league pitchers, which is kind of a cool basis for a beer company. You know, two guys who were pretty decent pitchers, apparently not good enough to make it in the bigs, but whatever. As you can see, we have our little sticker alignment there. We got our nice Summer Grumpy Jeff, Ione Public House to remember where we're from, and then we got our two holograms, Turbo and Grumpy Jeff. I'm going to take another sip of this bad boy. That is a tasty brew. I'm not picking up too much of the blood orange. Mostly just the grapefruit. Although the blood orange might give that little teeny bite off the side. It kind of attacks more the roof of your mouth. Maybe the sides of your tongue just a little bit. That's where they say tartness is. Although it's been disproven that the tongue has zones. But it's a really, really good brew. Really light brew. I recommend it. I would give this definitely 5 out of 6 stars, maybe 7 out of 8 stars, or maybe 10 out of 10. Who knows? All I know is it's a very, very smooth beer, and this is going to be wonderful on your warmer days or your early morning camping trips. You know, like you wake up in the morning, you want to crack a beer early, this is the beer for you. So I definitely recommend it. Come down to Grumpy Jeff's Pub, grab one if you like. Otherwise, I believe I've seen these at Rayleigh's and definitely at Bevmo and Wine Warehouse. Thank you so much for watching our first review, and I appreciate you. Have a good one.